So you want to make that viral chicken and dumplings dish, but you're on a budget. Let's see how cheap we can make it using ingredients from a regular grocery store, because not everyone can get to a Walmart or an Aldi. So this is Food Lion. It's a pretty standard grocery store here in the South, and it is by far not the cheapest grocery store available, but it is the most common one. I was shopping on a Wednesday afternoon, so there were a lot of meat markdowns, and I had to pass up on a few of them because I was just here to make chicken and dumplings. I was, however, able to snag these chicken legs for $2.19. I can use the thighs for the dumplings and save the legs for another meal. Over in the produce section, the cheapest onions were $1.19 a pound, so I grabbed one of those. And I don't have much use for carrots, and I only need it for this recipe, so I'm just going to grab a single carrot. These were 69 cents a pound, and I think this rang up at like 15 cents or something. I debated getting some celery, but that's another vegetable that I don't use very often, and at $2 I think I was going to have to pass on the celery. Red Lobster biscuits were $3.19, which was cheaper than I thought they were, but these Bisquick cheddar garlic biscuits are $1.79, and they will absolutely work in a pinch. When it comes to cheese, I checked the price on both the block cheese and the shredded cheese. The block cheese was $2.19, and the shredded cheese was on sale 2 for $4. At this particular grocery store, you don't have to buy 2 to get that price, so the shredded cheese was cheaper at $2 a bag. Now, of course, we're replicating a recipe but trying to do it on a budget, and if you don't have things like butter, milk, and flour, then you can definitely use like cream of something soup. So in this case, I grabbed a cream of celery since I had to pass up on celery, and I also grabbed a can of cream of chicken as well. These were $1.29 each. You'll get more use out of bouillon, but it was definitely more expensive than buying a carton of chicken broth. So I'm going to get a carton of reduced sodium broth for $1.89. And this definitely delves into the discussion of what would it look like if you had to buy the ingredients for each meal individually and make sure you got the cheapest price, rather than having to look at things like value or price per ounce. Which brings me into my next fun topic, seasonings. Obviously, the cheapest ingredient is the one you already have at home, but when I'm making these meals, I'm assuming that you have nothing but oil, salt, and pepper, so I do have to buy some seasonings. Cheapest thing I could find were these McCormick seasoning blends. They were on sale 2 for $3, and I went with this Montreal chicken seasoning because I liked the ingredients, but I was debating between that and the garlic and herb. So my total came out to $12.95, and in the next video I'm going to be cooking it up and sharing the recipe.